Whereas in hire purchase system, till the last installment is paid, the ownership does not transfer. Whereas here, ownership transfers immediately. Only changes here, that is interest suspense account data to interest account, that is for first year interest due. Now, who is Mr. Ram? So, since we are going to solve problem on installment purchase system, so each installment they are going to pay how much? 79,860. They have given in the question itself. Hello everyone, I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today we are in the fourth session of Unit 4, that is installment system. So my dear students, we have learned about the meaning of installment system and we had solved certain problems relating to installment system. Now we shall quickly recall what we have discussed in a previous session. So in a previous session, we have seen a problem where we had to prepare ledger accounts in the books of installment purchaser. So you know there are two parties under installment system, installment purchaser and installment seller. Like hire purchase system, we have to prepare entries in the books of installment purchaser and installment seller. At the same way, ledger accounts in the books of installment purchaser and installment seller. So in a previous session, we have prepared ledger accounts in the books of installment purchaser. So I have told you, if you know the journal entries, it is very easy to record or post the entries in ledger accounts. In today's session, we shall start with journal entries in the books of installment seller. So till now we have discussed about journal entries in the books of installment purchaser and how we are going to prepare accounts in the books of installment purchaser. Now we shall see what is the journal entries in the books of installment seller. So same as hire purchase system, only changes will be there in interest suspense account. Other than all the entries will be same. So your first entry is for what? Selling of asset. So what is the entry? Who is receiving the asset? That is installment purchaser. So what is the entry? Installment purchaser account data to sales account to interest suspense account. Now why you are going to record to sales account here? Because under installment system, it is a contract of sales, right, between the installment purchaser and installment seller. It's nothing but the asset has been sold. Whereas in hire purchase system, till the last installment is paid, the ownership does not transfer. Whereas here, ownership transfers immediately, right? So it means what? The asset has been sold. So your first entry is for selling of asset. So entry will be installment purchaser account. Why you are debiting installment purchaser? Because installment purchaser is receiving that asset debited to sales account to interest suspense account. Now in sales account, you are going to record the cash price of the asset. Whereas in interest suspense account, you are going to count all years interest, that is all years interest, then the total of interest will be recorded in interest suspense account. So this is the first entry for selling of asset, that is being asset sold on installment purchase system. And the second entry is for what? Receiving the down payment, that is on the date of agreement. So the asset has been sold, we have recorded the entry. Next, receiving of down payment. So what is the entry? Bank account data to installment purchaser account. So we are receiving the amount, so debit bank account. So from whom we are receiving? From the installment purchaser. So credit installment purchaser account, being the down payment received. So this is in the first year, two entries, that is one is for selling of asset, next receiving of down payment. Next, at the end of that particular year, that is end of first year, so we have to record entry for interest due. So same as hire purchase system, we are going to record entry for interest due. Whereas in hire purchase system, it was hire seller or hire purchaser account data to interest account. Whereas here, we are going to record it as interest suspense account data to interest account. So this is for what? Interest due, being the first year interest due. So this is the only changes here, that is interest suspense account data to interest account, that is for first year interest due. Next, fourth entry is for what? installment received. So bank account data to installment purchaser account. We are debiting bank account because we are receiving the amount. So bank account data to installment purchaser account. So from whom we are receiving the installment? From installment purchaser, being the first year installment received. So this is the first entry is for selling of asset, second entry is for receiving the down payment, third entry is for interest due, fourth entry is for installment received. And the fifth entry is for transfer that interest to profit and loss account. Whereas in hire purchaser account, or installment purchaser account, you have to record entry for depreciation, right? Whereas in installment seller account, you are not going to record entry for depreciation because the asset has been already sold. So here the installment purchaser will charge the depreciation, not the seller. So last entry is for transfer of interest to profit and loss account. So interest account data to profit and loss account, being interest transfer to profit and loss account. So these are the 5 entries which comes under first year. Next, for second year, as usual, you don't have first 2 entry, that is for selling of asset and receiving the down payment. Your entry starts from interest due, next installment received, and the next one is what? That is transfer interest to profit and loss account. Only 3 entries. Hope you are clear with the journal entries. Same as hire purchase system. Only thing is that you have to convert, or you have to transfer to hire purchaser or hire seller in installments, hire purchase system, whereas in installment system will transfer to installment purchaser or installment seller. Other than that, you have to make changes in interest suspense account. Other than that, all the entries will remain same as that of hire purchase system. Now we shall go through a problem so that you can clearly understand how we are going to record journal entries in the books of installment seller. Now go through the problem here. Mr. Ram purchased a van under installment system. Now who is Mr. Ram? So since we are going to solve problem on installment purchase system, Mr. Ram is the installment purchaser. Purchased a van. So van is an asset under installment system from Hindustan Motors. So Hindustan Motors is installment seller on 1/1/2010. So they have given the date. Be careful with the date. The terms of agreement were, so here they have not given the cash price of the asset. So we have to calculate the cash price. Hope you know how we are going to calculate the cash price. First we have to go with last installment, less interest, add next installment, less interest. So in the same way we are going to calculate the cash price of the asset. So the term of payment were down payment on taking delivery rupees 73,400. Now what is this? This is down payment. That is on the delivery of the goods, some amount has been paid. That is known as what? Down payment. Balance payable in 3 annual installment of rupees 39,860. Now they have directly given the installment. It means what? It is inclusive of interest. So installment is nothing but what? Principal plus interest, right? So is equal to installment. So installment is equal to principal plus interest. So it is inclusive of interest. That is 79,860. That is the installment amount they have given. It's inclusive of interest on 31st December every year. That is end of every year they are making the installment. Vendor charge interest as 10% per annum. So rate of interest is 10% per annum. Ascertain the cash price. So I have told you we have to calculate the cash price of the asset and prepare journal entries in the books of vendor. Vendor is nothing but seller. So we have to prepare journal entries in the books of installment seller. Now we shall directly go through the entry. First we have to calculate the cash price of the asset, right? So how to start? We have to start with, so here they have told the payment will be made in 3 annual installment. Now the third, we shall go through the last installment, that is third installment. So how much amount that has to be paid in each installment? That is 79,860. So third installment 79,860 less interest. So this installment amount is inclusive of interest. So what is the percentage of interest? 10%. So as I told you, what is the formula to calculate installment? So installment is equal to principal plus interest. Now they have directly given the installment, that is 79,860. Let us assume principal is 100 and interest is how much they have given? 10%. So it's nothing but 110, right? So 110 is 79,860 and we want interest. Now how to calculate interest? Cross multiply. For 110, it is 79,860. That is installment amount. So 10% is interest. So for 10%, interest is how much? So how to calculate? 79,860 into 10 divided by 110. So this is how we are going to calculate the interest. So if it is inclusive of interest. So third installment 79,860 less interest, that is 79,860 into 10 divided by 110. So we'll get 7,260. So deduct this, we will get 72,600. Add second installment. So each installment they are going to pay how much? 79,860. They have given in the question itself. So second installment is also 79,860. So when you add, you will get 1,52,460. Less interest. So upon this amount, we have to calculate interest. 1,52,460 into 10 divided by 110. It's not 10 divided by 100 because it is inclusive of interest. So I'll get 13,860 as second year interest. So when you deduct this, you will get 1,38,600. Add first installment. So first installment is how much? Same amount, that is 79,860. When you add, you will get 2,18,460. Now calculate first year interest. Interest is equal to 2,18,460 into 10 divided by 110. So you'll get 19,860 as first year interest. So now this is a total amount payable. For that, add down payment. Now what is a down payment? They have directly given 73,400. So add down payment. So what is the cash price of the asset? 2,72,000. So this is how we are going to calculate the cash price of the asset. First we have to take the last installment less interest and we have to see, we are going to divide it with 110 because it is inclusive of interest. Suppose if the rate of interest is 25%, then we are going to divide it with 125. Clear? So less interest, then add second installment, less interest, add first installment, less interest, then we'll get what is the amount payable, add down payment, so we'll get the cash price of the asset. So we are done with this. Now we don't need to calculate the depreciation because we are going to prepare journal entries in the books of installment seller since he has already sold the asset. So the asset is not with him, so no need to calculate the depreciation. Now we shall directly go through the journal entries. Write the heading journal entries in the books of installment seller. Now in this question, installment seller is Hindustan Motors. So as usual, the format remains same: date, particulars, ledger folio, debit and credit. Now what is the first entry? First entry is for what? Selling of asset. So when did the transaction takes place? That is on 1/1/2010. So the asset has been sold by Hindustan Motors to Mr. Ram. Right? So what is the journal entry for selling of asset? Who is receiving that asset? Mr. Ram. So Mr. Ram account data to sales account to interest suspense account. So this is the entry that is for selling of asset, being asset sold on installment purchase system. Now what you are going to record for sales? As I told, we are going to record the cash price of the asset. So what is the cash price? 2,72,000, right? 2,72,000. Now for interest suspense account, you have to add all the interest. So third year interest is how much? 7,260 plus next second year interest 13,860 and the next one is first year interest is how much? 19,860. So the total of this will be transferred to interest suspense account. So what is the total? That is 40,980. Now you add these two and write in Mr. Ram's account. How much? 3,12,980. So your first entry is for what? Selling of asset. So your entry will be installment purchaser account data, to sales account, to interest suspense account. So for sales you will write the cash price of the asset. Next for interest suspense you will add all year interest and the total interest will be written for interest suspense account, being asset sold on installment purchase system. And on the same day he has received the down payment from the installment purchaser. So what is the entry? Bank account data, to installment seller, installment purchaser account. Now who is the installment purchaser here? Mr. Ram. So bank account data to Mr. Ram account, being the down payment received. Now what is the down payment received? That is 73,400. So record that. That is second entry is for receiving the down payment. What is the third entry? That is end of that particular year, 31/12/2010, interest due. So what is the entry? Interest suspense account data to interest account, being the first year interest due. So what is the entry? Interest suspense account data to interest account, being the first year interest due. Now what is the first year interest? That is 19,860. Record that amount, 19,860. And the next entry is for what? Receiving the installment amount. That is first year installment amount. 31/12/2010, bank account data to Mr. Ram account. That is installment purchaser. The bank account data to Mr. Ram account, being the first year installment received. Now what is the first year installment? 79,860. Record that amount. Clear? So these are the four entry. First entry is for selling the asset. Second entry is for receiving the down payment. Third entry is for interest due. Fourth entry is for installment received. And the fifth entry is for what? Transfer of interest to profit and loss account. 31/12/2010, interest account data. So here we have credited the interest account. So this interest amount has to be transferred to profit and loss account. So here we have credited. So we shall debit interest account data to profit and loss account, being interest transferred to profit and loss account. Now what is the first year interest? So we have already recorded in interest due. Right? So first year interest is 19,860. So transfer this to profit and loss account. Till here we are done with the first year entries. Now come to the second year. In the second year we are not going to record entry for selling of asset as well as receiving the down payment. We have already done in the first year. And that remaining amount will be paid in the form of installment. Right? So for the second year we shall begin with interest due. So your entry remains same, 31/12/2011, second year. So interest suspense account data to interest account, being the second year interest due. Now what is the second year interest? So second year interest is 13,860. So record that amount, 13,860. And the next entry as usual for installment received. So 31/12/2011, that is end of the financial year, bank account data to Mr. Ram account, being the second year installment received. Now what is the second year installment? So it is 79,860. So they have told installment amount remains same. So 79,860. So what is the installment amount? 79,860. So it should be 79,860. Clear? That is receiving of installment amount. And the third entry is for what? Transferring the interest. That is second year interest to profit and loss account. End of that particular year, 31/12/2011, interest account data to profit and loss account, being interest transferred to profit and loss account. Now what is second year interest? Second year interest is 13,860. Now transfer this amount to profit and loss account. So that is 13,860. Clear about the second year? In the second year, you will be having only three entry. One is for interest due, next installment received, and the third one is transfer of interest to profit and loss account. Now come to the last year. So here the payment has been made in 3 installments. So we have to record entries for 3 years. Now third year ending, 31/12/2012. So here also we are going to record only 3 entry. Interest due, installment received, as well as transfer of interest to profit and loss account. Now what is the entry for interest due? Interest suspense account data to interest account, being the third year interest due. Now what is the third year interest? That is 7,260. Transfer that amount, 7,260. Next, your same, that is installment received. At the end of the third year, bank account data to Mr. Ram account being the third year installment received. So, installment amount remains same. How much? 39,860. Right? So, your installment amount remains same, that is 79,860. Here also it is 79,860. That is installment amount received. So, your second entry will be for installment amount received. So, entry remains same, bank account data to Mr. Ram account being the third year installment received. And the last entry is for what? That is transfer of interest to profit and loss account. So, your entry will be interest account data to profit and loss account. That is third year interest has to be transferred to profit and loss account, being interest transferred to profit and loss account. What is the third year interest? 7,260. So, transfer this amount to profit and loss account. Hope you are clear with the journal entry. So, what are the entries that has to be recorded in the books of installment seller? In the first year, for selling of asset. Second entry is for receiving the down payment. Third entry is for interest due. Fourth entry is for installment received, and the fifth entry is for transfer of interest to profit and loss account. Rest all the years, you will not have entry for selling of asset as well as receiving the down payment. So, you are going to record entry for interest due, installment received as well as transfer of interest to profit and loss account. So, this is how you are going to prepare journal entries in the books of installment seller. So, in my next session, I am going to discuss a problem relating to ledger accounts in the books of installment seller. Once we know how to record journal entries in the books of installment seller, so it is very easy to post the ledger accounts or prepare the ledger accounts in the books of installment seller. My dear students, hope you have understood the session. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.